Joining me now to preview the results, Scott Bauer, CEO, Prosper Trading Academy. All right, Scott, this stock has had a strong run all of last year. It's already run up some this year, hit another high on Friday. What are you expecting to see from Palantir or hear from Palantir?
I think you're going to see nothing but positivity in this report. They're going to make money. They're going to have great guidance. Yes, there's going to be some questions, just like every other company out there, about how DeepSeek may impact, financial results going forward. But what you have here is a company that has run and run and run, but they make money, Diane. They make a lot of money already, and they are best in class. So I'm not saying that you have to jump on the bandwagon right this moment and buy in before earnings. You have to be a little cautious in this marketplace just because of all the external events going on right now. But this is absolutely a stock you need to own. The area that I'm looking at is at around 73 or so, if there is a pullback. And I don't know that there's going to be a pullback. 73 is the 50-day moving average on here. I think would be a fantastic entry point.
So it's interesting that you mentioned that, and I'm glad you said if there is a pullback, because I'm looking at where it is now, where it was last week. I mean, it was even higher last week, even with the pressure that we saw across the tech sector last week. I mean, they've been posting great numbers, whether we're talking about margins or revenue growth. They've had more than 20% revenue growth historically. A big piece of their pie has obviously been defense, but they've been expanding in the commercial. And I almost forgot about DeepSeek, Scott, because we're already looking at the impact of tariffs on the market. I don't know that we would see that impact when it comes to Palantir. Anything else that you're paying attention to when it comes to its quarterly results, Scott?
Yeah, it's really going to be the guidance, and it's going to be how many other companies are using them or are going to use them. You just mentioned that it's not just defense. Companies like BP, Eaton, Rio Tinto, they have major deals. And then there's obviously the defense side of things as well. Mm-hmm. So I really think that the infrastructure that is out there, you look at Palantir, which is the software side of things, not the hardware side of AI. And this is just absolutely the must-own stock in the space. Now, as of Friday, at the close of Friday, the market was pricing in about a $12 move. We'll see how that changes this morning with the stock down a little bit. Volatility is going to be up across the board here. But from where it closed on Friday, you're looking at a range basically of 70 to the downside to maybe 95 or so of what the option market was pricing in. Again, on any pullback, you got to buy this stock.
Okay, interesting. So watch for the pullback in this one. I'm glad you mentioned volatility. We are seeing volatility spike here today, looking at the VIX higher right now. Scott, I want to get your big picture take on the market action that we're seeing today and what you'd be bracing for in the context of these news on tariffs from the White House on Mexico, Canada, China, and the potential for tariffs when it comes to Europe.
So I completely agree with Kevin Hanks in your last, set with Kevin here that this is a very tradable event. Is it just going to go away because President Trump is speaking with Trudeau and with Mexico today? No, it's not going to go away. But we all know that the initial shock of something, the initial news of something is typically, that typically takes the brunt of it. I would expect things to moderate during the day. I'm not saying there's going to be a complete snapback at all. I think this is a very tradable event. And if you're a day trader or you're a trader in this marketplace, you yearn for days like these. And I would be looking to sell volatility today.
Okay, you'd be looking to sell volatility today. Scott Bauer with the overall take on the market and what you should be paying attention to today in the context of these tariffs, and a deep dive on Palantir. We'll get results from them later today. Scott Bauer, Prosper Trading Academy.